Harvard.
All right. Thank you, Nora. Can everyone see my slide? Oh, good. Okay, first of all, thanks A2EB hosting this event, and thanks for inviting me to share our business case here. As Mark just shared, tools, how you prepare the business case. Now, in the following 10 minutes, I'm going to share with you two things. Number one is how one of our Wodonga facility achieve this 100% renewable journey. The second is our drill down a bit more specific to the eTES project, which is happening now in our Wodonga manufacturing site. Just quickly on Mars Wodonga Petcare, if you're not familiar, we are producing a lot of the beloved pet food brand like Whiskas, Pedigree from there for our pets. Okay, go to the next page. So these slides give you an overview of our journey to achieve 100% renewable journey. As the total site energy, we have about a quarter of energy is from electricity, which we have been achieved renewable already from all the solar farm. And then the rest of the 3/4 of energy are all from natural gas, steam. And then we have the three building blocks here to achieve 100% renewable. The number one you can see here is the eTES. We will talk it later on in details. And the second one is CST. It stands for concentrated solar thermal, which is basically use a parabolic trough to get all the heat to heat up the water in the tube and then generate this high pressure, high temperature steam. And then the last piece is green hydrogen, which there is a green hydrogen factory now is building up in the Wodonga Albury area by AGIG. We signed a contract with them to get this certificate, right? So that's a bit journey how we achieve 100% renewable for the thermal heat. Okay, next slide is a bit more detail about this eTES. So basically, the eTES, if you look at the picture in the middle of the slides, it's a block of the graphite stored in a standard 40-foot container. And then we heat up the graphite using the renewable electricity from grid. And then heat up to the certain temperature. And then when you need the steam, you run through water. You run the water through the heated graphite and then generate the steam per demand. So that's at the very high level. That's the concept of the eTES. There are a few critical things here is there's a very great developed algorithm to determine when to charge the graphite block, when not. Depends on the electricity price from the grid. We have this very dynamic electricity price at a different time of the day. So make sure you always leverage a lower price. And then the second part is you generate steam on demand, right? When you need steam, you generate it because the heat is stored in this graphite. It was insulated. There's a can store the heat for a certain period of time. Yeah. And then next slide is a bit similar message here. The things I want to highlight here is one is this eTES is a modular design. I will share more in the next slides. What does it mean is modular design? It basically uses a standard container to put the graphite inside, and then you can choose about use 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, right? There's a flexibility there. The second one is because you don't want to disturb your operation, right? Make sure the reliability of this system is really high, at least better than the current your natural gas boiler. And then, of course, because of all this heat is charged from renewable electricity, you will have lower your emission. Yeah. So what's the progress so far in our factory? So first of all, we have installed the pilot unit, which is one standard container box in Wodonga factory, like more than 2 years. We, through this pilot unit, work together with Graphite Energy to demonstrate the system performance, reliability, R&M cost, all these things, right? Efficiency. Now it has been replaced our natural gas between 5 to 8%. And then we have approved the business case to roll it out to the stage two, which is another 4 units. And then these 4 units now is a construction in progress. The project will go live in Q1 2027. And with this project go live, we were able to replace natural gas about 25 to 30% of the total site usage. And then this is a significant step of our 100% renewable journey building block. So far the project is well on track. And okay, good. Next one. So what are the critical areas to make sure this project success? Really, the first one I would say is the integration. We all have our existing manufacturing system. Most of us will use a natural gas boiler. And you need to make sure that this technology is well integrated with your factory. Every factory has different steam demand profile, your natural gas boiler situation. The integration is critical, especially for us here in Wodonga. We have the integration more than just with natural gas boiler, because in the future, we have the next project, which is the CST, will also come in. So we need to think about all this together to make sure the system design is well balanced to achieve the most reliable operation and also optimum financial outcome. That's the one. The second one is the reliability, which I have mentioned already, right? You don't want like this system put in place and then every other shift you get the call from the operation said, oh, the system doesn't work. You want to make sure this is really, really reliable. So far in the pilot unit, we have demonstrated this efficiency, reliability, like more than 98%. So which is meet our expectation. And then the last thing is the optimization, right? You need to optimize those things among the natural gas boiler, natural gas price, electricity price. Like when you charge the graphite block, when to launch, and also to balance the steam demand profile. Every factory has a different steam demand profile. You are not like consistent steam demand across 24 hours. You have something few hours, some hours you get a low demand, some hours you get a peak demand. You need to consider all this together so that you can design these things, the whole system operate at the optimum level. Yeah. So those are the 3 areas we should pay attention on. And then what we learned so far through our journey. Actually, our journey started maybe more than 5 years ago with all the external industry and including A2EP. So first of all, of course, we demonstrate that decarbonization is achievable because we really have those 3 building blocks on the way to achieve 100% renewable, which those are not in concept level. All those 3 has been either contract signed or business case approved, right? And the second one is, which mentioned this modular rollout is important. So you can choose the right size to fit your capacity requirement. And then exactly this Graphite Energy design this system in this way. The third piece is the collaboration with external is very important. I put here like we work very close with Graphite Energy. We work very close with CSIRO, Dominic from there. And of course, I didn't put A2EP here. Actually, we will be the member of A2EP for many years. My team in a very close conversation with A2EP. We get a lot of benefit, value from them. And actually, our journey today is part from them. So this external collaboration is very important. Otherwise, you cannot just like internally, you want to get anywhere to this. And the last one is you need to make sure like the financially, commercially is viable, right? We know at the early stage, It's challenge, sometimes financial for this renewable energy, but you need to make sure like all these things balanced together using the tools like Mark shared as earlier, have all these things joined together. All good. My last message wrap up is um, every site has a different situation. My message is there's no one size fits for all solution. You need to consider your site, your location, right? Well, if we are all in Australia, we're pretty much the same. We have very good sunshine. But if you look at the global landscape, some sites like UK, they won't be able to do the CST project because they do not have much sunshine, right? And second is, do you have enough land to put those CST mirror there, right? Land availability. And also the electricity pricing from the grid. It could be different from country to country. Now, eTES work very well in Australia, but then not necessarily the case in Europe and North America. And then, of course, you need to think about also your capital CapEx availability, right? If you do not have the CapEx in place, you need to find some different way, different solution, which Nora and Mark shared at the early presentation. So the point is, you need to have all these different portfolio to tailor-made fit best for your site needs. Oh, good. I think I would pause here and then to see if any question comes up later.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Harvard. That's really, really great. I think